3JD, testing 1, 2, 3. I think that's a bit better. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
This is Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar. We'll start the net here in just a second.
Your audio's way down there, Kimberly.
La. Alright, how's my audio now? Is it any better?
You'd probably go a smidge more, but yeah, it's a lot better than it was. And I think I fixed up D-Star audio as well. I just got all that back up in time. Got a strange network issue, but worked around it by starting everything manually, not relying on System D.
Yeah, Roger. Well, I've got the volume up as high as I can make it without clipping it, so I relocated my microphone so it's a little bit closer. How's the audio now?
Yeah, certainly don't want to go any more than that. I think it's sounding like it's clipping a little. So yeah, you don't want to go any louder, that's for sure. But you're somewhere in the right paddock.
Alrighty, I've lowered the potentiometer just a smidge, since this is a super sensitive potentiometer. How's the sound? How do I sound now?
That's interesting. You sound a lot lower, but still that little bit of distortion. So I need a second person to compare against.
VK5 ZSH out in the wild.
There you go, Dale. I think you're a little bit louder than Kimberly, but you might be able to compare Kimberly and myself now. Over to you, Kimberly, KJ7OMO, for testing VK3JD.
Alright, well, I've made some more adjustments to my volume here. How am I sounding? Is this any better?
You sound a little thin to me, and yeah, you're not your normal loudness there, but at the same time you're readable. So yeah, wall to wall, treetop tall, sort of say hi.
La. Adjusting
You do
audio.
sound a bit lower than normal, but your audio sounds like it's driving something hard earlier in the chain. A bit like a radio with too much mic gain and not enough deviation sort of effect.
Alright, yeah, I don't know what's going on with this thing. It's kind of a weird thing. I've made another adjustment, so, yeah, How do I sound now? Am I any worse? Am I any better? Uh, over to... I, 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 I'm just gonna drop my carry and we'll see who will respond.
KK7IMO, VK5, ZSH. Returning, if you're playing around with that silly little mixer there that's got the non-logarithmic pot in it, I suggest just running with it. Kimberly, I'm not having to play volume knob yo-yo here, so yeah, just run with it. You're copyable, can understand every word you're saying, etc. So yeah, run with it.
Yeah, just running with it for now, but I'd suggest when you get a moment, not at net time, check your gain structure. I think your gain structure's a bit out, but it's good enough for now.
Yeah, roger that. Alright, well, I'll look into it later on. For right now, I'm gonna go ahead and reset, and we'll get it started, because we're about 7 minutes late. Hello, and welcome to the Worldwide Pride Net, also known as the Pride Radio Group Net. I'm Kimberly, Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar, your net control operator. My pronouns are she, her. This is a roundtable for general discussions and friendly chats. Please direct all calls through the net control station. We meet every Sunday at 2 a.m. Coordinated Universal Time. Before we begin, is there any emergency or priority traffic? If there is an emergency at any time, please say break break and we will assist you promptly. This net provides a safe place for members of the LGBTQIA+ community and their allies to connect over the airwaves. It is open to all licensed amateur radio operators without the need for membership. We also welcome third-party traffic. Speaking of memberships, the Pride Radio Group fosters an inclusive environment for learning, experimenting, and enjoying radio communications. We encourage, promote, and support diversity within the wider radio community. We share our experiences and knowledge, celebrate Pride on the air, and welcome all individuals. To learn more about the Pride Radio Group, join us and gain access to our Discord chat room. Visit prideradio.group, that is prideradio.group, or check out Victor Kilo 3 Papa Romeo Golf or Kilo 3 Papa Romeo Golf on QRZ. Membership is free and all are welcome, regardless of who you are and who you love. Unless you harbor hatred towards us, of course. This net is being relayed on the Pride Radio Network and its affiliated systems, including All-Star, Echolink, IRLP, DMR, YSF Reflector, WiresX, M17, NXDN, P25, D-Star, and Zello. It is also streamed live on Broadcastify, Icecast, and my YouTube channel, searchable by my call sign Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar. For more information on how to connect to this network or access our live streams, visit prideradionetwork.weebly.com, prideradionetwork.whiskey echo bravo lima yankee.com, and I know I need to fix my my domain and the certificate on the SSL certificate on it. I'll get to that whenever I can. So for now, use the Weebly link. You can also track and follow this net by downloading NetLogger for Windows, Linux, or macOS from netlogger.org. That is netlogger.org. NetLogger allows you to log into the net, view real-time call signs, and actively participate. For Android and iPhone users, you may download On Air Net Scraper instead. That is On Air Net Scraper. Now, before we start tonight's net, does anyone have any news, announcements, or other items to share with the net and the Pride Radio group?
VK5 ZSH.
Alright, we'll toss it over to our one of our Aussie reporters, VK5ZSH. Go ahead with your announcement, KJ7OMO.
Tony might be able to work out the UTC time for this for me, but just giving everyone a heads up that this network may experience interruptions this coming Friday, VK5 time at probably around 7 p.m. Central Standard Daylight Savings Time, Australia, due to Tony and myself putting on a presentation for the local Northeast Amateur Radio Club here in Adelaide, which I'm a member of. This Tech Talk will be going ahead over the Pride Radio Group network here. So you're all welcome to join in and listen. There will be slides up online. I hope JD, Tony there will have them up online at some stage this week, which will be good, so we can get the link shared out there. So, sorry that might be a little bit of inconvenience to some people with the network there on Friday evening, Australian Central Daylight Savings Time there from about 7 p.m. through. So there'll be some radio testing and etc. at the end of Tony's talk there. So sorry, I'm just making this up on the fly. Might be a little bit nonsensical. So anyway, back to you there, Kimberley. KJ7IMO, VK5 ZSH.
Alrighty, thank you for that. I'm gonna need the times in coordinated universal time. But yeah, thank you for the announcement. The announcement there. Any other news and announcements before we continue?
Yeah, further to Dale's message, I've put the UTC times in the Skids channel on Discord. That's 0830 to 1030, but definitely want to limit that latter part a bit, because that's getting fairly late on this end. Anyway, back to net, KJ7OMO, VK3JD, and you can check me in as well. I'm guessing Dale's going to check in too.
Check me in there too, Kimberley, thanks.
Alright, good thing I've got full duplex capabilities. I was about ready to speak when Dale started speaking. Alright, no problem, I got you both checked in already. Okay, speaking of checking ins, it's that time. Before we begin, not, why did I say before we begin? My brain is scrambled, sorry about that. Where am I? Alright, let's move on to, check-ins for the Worldwide Pride Net, also known as the Pride Radio Group Net. We'll begin with mobile stations, those short on time, and those, who plan to participate briefly, which is also an in and out. If you fall into these categories, please come forward with your call signs slowly, twice, and phonetically. Feel free to share your pronouns as well. This is Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar, standing by for check-ins for mobile, short on time, and in and out stations.
Kilo India 6 Whiskey Papa Kilo, KI6WPK.
Go handles in and out, K0DAT, in and out.
Whoa! Alright, I got Kilo India 6 Whiskey Papa Kilo. There was another station doubling with the Kilo India 6 station. All I got out of that was Kilo 0. And then there's Victor Kilo 2 Golf Papa Uniform. The Kilo, I think, 0 station. Go ahead with your call sign again.
That's Kilo Foxtrot 0 Delta Alpha Tango, handles Doug, in and out. That's KF0DAT, in and out.
There we go, Kilo Foxtrot 0 Delta Alpha Tango. Finally got you corrected on the log. Thank you for your check-in and 7-3. Alright, any other mobile short on time and in and out stations? Alrighty. We're gonna go ahead and start with the, we're gonna start working the mobile short on time and in and out stations first. Starting with, KI6WPK, KJ7OMO. Go ahead and take it.
Well, hello to the net. Bill here in San Francisco, and I'm about to sit down for dinner with my other half. We're having tomato soup tonight. So I just wanted to check in and say hi to the gang and back to net. KI6WPK.
Alright, KI6WPK, KJ7OMO returning. Alright, thanks for your wave, your wave hello there, and I wasn't sure if you wanted to stick around or not. We'll put back to you real quick to see if you are wanting to stick around.
Well, I might be monitoring, but I'm sitting down to dinner here, so I'll probably not check back in. Back to net.
Alright, no problem. I'll check you out. Thanks for your check-in, and 7-3. Over to VK2 GPU from KJ7OMO. Victor Kilo 2, Golf Papa Uniform, Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar.
Thanks very much, KJ7RMO. This is BK2GPU. Just want to pop in and say hello for a change. I'll be sitting on the net, mostly listening. I'm currently eating my lunch at the moment. Having a look at ordering some parts for a non-radio project that I'm currently working on. Gonna be doing a laser cutter at the minute, so try, hopefully on Tuesday, if not next Saturday. Making an enclosure or something. I'm probably gonna have to come up with some radio projects that I need to fix up or get completed while I'm at that place too. Back to net control, this was BK2.
Alrighty, you were a little bit broken up there, but did you say that you wanted to that this is did you say that you're a one and done check-in?
Yep, I'm wanting to check in KJ7 LMO.
Not a problem. Thank you for your check-in, and 7-3 and all the numbers. Now we could start checking in some additional check-ins here. We've got VK3JED and VK5ZSH already checked in. Let's see if we can get other folks in here. So, anyone, anywhere, doesn't matter if you're, mobile or not, doesn't matter how long you're able to stick around, etc. If you'd like, this goes for anyone, anywhere. If you'd like to check into the Worldwide Pride Net, also known as the Pride Radio Group Net, please provide your call sign slowly, twice, and phonetically. You may also share your pronouns if you wish. This is Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar, and now shut up and see who else is out there.
So Charlie 8 Golf Tango X-Ray, Mike in Birmingham, Michigan.
Kilo 7, November Whiskey Uniform, Peter in Washington State on Echo Lane.
Whiskey Yankee 5 Echo Kilo Romeo, Whiskey Yankee 5 Echo Kilo Romeo, WY5EKR Blue Shive in Tulsa, in and out.
Alright, Kilo Charlie 8, Golf Tango X-Ray, Kilo 7, November, Whiskey Uniform, got you built down, and we also got Whiskey Yankee 5, Echo Kilo Romeo, with an in and out check-in. Thank you so much, Blue, for stopping by, and we'll say 7-3 to you. Alright, who else is out there wishing to check in? Please come now with your call sign slowly, twice, and phonetically.
This is KC3, BIU, Kilo Charlie 3, Victor India Uniform, PV, she, her pronouns. Please.
I knew you was checking in. KC3 VIU, there is no hiding from me. Your voice is unmistakable. Got you down. Got you down right before you spit your call sign out. Hi. But obviously you still gotta spit the call sign out anyway. For obvious reasons. Alright. Anybody else out there before we get carried away here?
Whiskey Bravo 0, Victor Hotel Foxtrot. Evelyn in Bloomington, Minnesota. She, her.
Wow! Holy cow! Whiskey Bravo 0, Victor Hotel Foxtrot, got you down. Holy smokes, we're getting some activity here. Nice. Anybody else out there wishing to check in?
KJ7010, this is Alpha Bravo 9 Uniform Zulu. Alpha Bravo 9 Uniform Zulu. Good evening.
Alpha Bravo 9 Uniform Zulu. You were very broken up, but I was able to catch your call sign before your transmission started breaking up. Got you down. Who else is out there? Alright, do we have anybody else out there wishing to check in? Alrighty, alright, excellent. We got sorry, stuttering here, stuttering. We have a decent group here, and we're gonna kick things off with Victor Kilo 3 Juliet Echo Delta Kilo Juliet 7 Oscar Mike Oscar. Go ahead and take it. VK3 JED, are you still with us? KJ7 OMO. Alright, I think we lost Tony. We'll get back with him later. VK5 ZSH KJ7 OMO. Go ahead and take it.
KJ7 IMO, VK5 ZSH in the group returning. Afternoon, morning, evening, all. Thanks for putting it on there, Kimberly. I think I've missed the last couple of weeks, and I think you were sick last week there as well. So I hope you're better there. What have I been up to? Well, a reasonable amount actually. Besides draining the bank account, been working on these mini repeaters for this Friday for the North East Amateur Radio Club Tech Night. So I've got a little mini repeater going, and I have a little free DMR mini repeater going as well. So I'll be taking those along. Looks like hopefully by Tuesday, the latest, I will have the module 17 boards in my hot little hands. One of which I'm donating to or gifting to Tony, VK3 JED there, so that we can sort of progress the M17 stuff here in VK land and hopefully get more people into it. And I've actually been enjoying, even at the moment, just using Tony's bridge there from All-Star through to M17 there. Been talking to some wonderful people there on the M17 project network, so that's been fun, etc. What else has been happening? Yeah, I'll make that it for this over, and I'll recap on the news item that went through just for anyone that actually missed it, so they know what's going on my next over there, Kimberley. KJ7 IMO, VK5 ZSH in the Pride Network Group.
There now, coming through. For someone maybe didn't wait long enough, Kimberley, VK3JD.
Alrighty, VK5 ZSH, thank you for that. That sounds like a whole lot of fun that you're about to have. I would love to get my hands on one of those M17 boards. Heard VK3 JED come back. Yeah, I don't know what happened, but yeah, we had no signal from you, so obviously I had to skip you just to keep things moving along. But we're gonna go ahead and backtrack a little bit and send it over to you, Tony. VK3 JED KJ7 OMO, go ahead and take it.
Yeah, we'll try that. Yeah, I was definitely coming back here. Just hearing myself come back on All-Star. Yeah, I'm on V-Star. I've been doing some tweaks to the D-Star side of the network. Audio coming back into D-Star had been a bit low, so I've turned that up. And it's sounding a lot better. Not having to put my ear on the radio to hear everyone on the D-Star side. And I think it's improved the stability of the audio a bit as well. A bit more for the codec to grab onto. Anyway, I do have a third-party check-in. A good friend of mine, Peter, who lives 3 or 4 kilometres from me as a crow flies, is listening on the web interface that's built into the hub of the server at this end, which you can get access to the web browser. And yeah, he said he could hear you there, Kimberley. We've been chatting through Messenger, so he could hear you. Hopefully he can hear me. So you g'day, Pete. And yeah, he can hear me. He's just mentioned on Messenger. So anyway, looking forward to Friday night. I've got to pull my finger out and get everything together. It's only 5 days away, so yeah, better prep that, and I'll probably try and wrap it up not too late. The half-hour time difference doesn't help, but we'll see how we go. So yeah, looking forward to Friday there, Dale. Should be a good night. And yeah, it's good to see you having fun with M17. I'm looking forward to playing with that. I've got a on-the-go cable so I can get the TNC3 up and running, get that system going for the Hamfest in 3 weeks' time, and yeah, hopefully get the Module 17 going, and yeah, it'd be really nice, although it's going to be tight if we got the RT3Ss going, but certainly understand if it's not, because time is getting away, and don't know about DMR. Anyway, KJ7 OMO, the group VK3JD.
Alrighty, VK3JED KJ7 OMO returning. That sounds really awesome. And yeah, if Pete is sitting there with you, you're what the heck is going on out there? I see something weird going on my security cameras. Oh, looks like they're taking off. Okay, where was I? Oh, yeah, if Pete is sitting right next to you, Tony, you're more than welcome to, bring him in as third-party traffic on the air. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and switch it over since Dale's already had his say for this round. We'll skip him again and go straight over to KC8, Kilo Charlie 8, Golf Tango X-Ray, Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar.
Thank you, Kimberly, for running the net today. I've been on HF most of the day, and it's just nice to be able to sit back and not have headphones on and listen to some nice, friendly conversation. So I appreciate you running the net, and next time when you're doing check-ins, you can give the hours and the net information and how to queue us out. Back to Net Control, this is Michael with the HEPS.
KC8 GTX from KJ7 OMO returning. Copy that. Our net happens every Sunday at 2 a.m. Coordinated Universal Time, which started about approximately 40 minutes ago. So, yeah, it's Sunday mornings at 2 a.m. UTC, which would equal to Saturday evenings in the United States, is when we hold this net. And I see you're in the NetLogger, so I did post it the website information there, where you could get access to all the different systems that make up the network, and I've also posted the net schedule on there as well. And one thing I did forget to mention earlier is that I also will allow check-ins from Discord, the YouTube live stream, Mastodon, NetLogger. I'll also allow check-ins from WinLink, and if anybody knows my private social media links, they're welcome to check in via that. And of course, I also will accept an email check-in as well, and my email can be found on QRZ. Alrighty, and oh yeah, and since this is a RecUnet, we'll call you again here in just a bit. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and switch it over now to Kilo 7 November Whiskey Uniform, Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar.
Well, good evening, KJ7 OMO and others on the network. I got voluntold to act as a net control station at one of our local outdoor nets. This is going to be an interesting week for the next couple of weeks. I'm going to have fun with this. KK7 NWU.
KK7 NWU, KJ7 OMO returning. Well, congratulations. You're gonna have a blast being net control for the day. Yeah, it's a fun thing. I mean, sometimes it can get a little hectic, but you'll be fine. You'll do good. You'll have fun. All right, let's keep things rolling here. KC3 VIU, KJ7 OMO, over to you.
KC3 VIU. Yeah, not so much to report here right now. I'm gonna feel out the net a little bit.
but I have had some health concerns the past couple of weeks, and ended up getting into the ER. So, but bouncing back a little bit. Hopefully, the next doctor visit in 2 weeks will be able to tell me what the problem is, and we can get it all fixed up. Maybe even the same time. So, good. I'm going to go ahead and send it back to Matt. This is KC3 VIU, back to KJ7 OMO.
KC3BIU, KJ7, OMO returning. Well, I'm sorry to hear that you had to get admitted to the ER there, but hopefully your condition improves, and whatever that is that was that sent you over there will go away soon. I'll send healing. Even though I'm not the type of girl that will pray, I will send healing energy. I know, I do things differently. So, healing energy will be sent your way. Next up is Whiskey Bravo 0, Victor Hotel Foxtrot, Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar.
KJ7 OMO on the net. This is WB0 VHF in windy and maybe slightly chilly Bloomington today. Fall is definitely in the air, and just trying to get things wrapped up. I'm in the middle of my self-isolation. Got major surgery coming up here in a couple of weeks. And things are moving forward great on that. Feeling good about that. On the radio front, though, I talked to the city briefly. I've got a quad pod I want to put up on my roof to put a small beam and my VHF UHF stick. I've got to get a structural engineer to sign off that the house or the roof is sturdy enough to, quote-unquote, support that massive of a structure. So that's not going to happen before everything else goes south here for the winter time. But other than that, having a good time here, and we'll be around for a few rounds here to see what's going on for the evening. WB0 VHF.
WB0 VHF KJ7 OMO returning. Your local neighborhood HOA says you're not allowed to put that ugly antenna up because it will ruin the view for everyone, and it'll reduce the property value, and blah 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 blah. I'm just being silly here. Well, hopefully the city will approve your request to put the antenna up, and you'll be able to have a little fun on the airwaves. Alright, Alpha Bravo 9, Uniform Zulu, Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar, go ahead and take it.
I'm going to have to pass it along because I am presently, I'm driving people around, so yeah. So I'm listening though. 89 easy, back to now.
Alrighty, no problem. We'll get back with you in a little while. Drive safely out there. Alright folks, we're at the bottom of the list, so let's see if we have any additional stations out there wishing to check into the Worldwide Pride Net, also known as the Pride Radio Group Net. All I need are your call signs slowly, twice, and phonetically, and you're welcome to share your pronouns as well. This is Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar, she, her, and I'll be standing by for additional check-ins to the net.
Victor Kilo 2, Golf Papa Uniform.
Victor Kilo 2, Golf Papa Uniform. Your signal is very broken up, but I got you checked back in. Who else is out there wishing to check in to the net before we keep going? Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar, standing by. Alright, one more time. Any additional check-ins before we kick it back up to the top? Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar, standing by for additional check-ins to the Worldwide Pride Net, also known as the Pride Radio Group Net. Alrighty, back to the top of the list. Looks like VK2 GPU is back with us, so we'll send it over to her. VK2 GPU, KJ7 OMO.
Thank you very much, KJ7 OMO. This is VK2 GPU. I'm just currently bagging up the Pride Radio Group stickers that I had ordered, and I'm going to be sending out some packs to a few people across Pride Radio Group for further distribution, including yourself, KJ7 OMO. So keep an eye out in the coming week for a batch of stickers. And if anyone does want one, there are actually plenty, and I'm happy to order more. There are about 340 stickers total. So, yeah, I have plenty to give out. So, anyone just let me know, and I can see what I can do to organize. I have a few strategic people in different areas so that they can do further distribution, but I'm also happy to send some out to others.
VK2 GPU, KJ7 OMO returning. I'm not sure what's going on with the link, but I heard you fine for quite a bit of that transmission, and then all of a sudden you started dropping out again, so I'm not sure what's going on with the link. But I did hear that you got some stickers coming that you sent some stickers my way. Thank you very much. I will be looking out for them. And, alrighty, hopefully we can get these strange, link issues sorted. But in the meantime, we'll pass it back to VK3 JED, KJ7 OMO.
Yeah, and I can hear himself coming back, so, everything's sounding good here. Ray only had a couple of the briefest dropouts and got 100% of what she said. So, yeah, this end's quite good. And just fill people in, no, Peter's not here. He's at his place isolating because he's got a cold, and it's a fairly nasty one going around. There's also a bit of COVID going around here at the moment. So he's 3 or 4 kilometres away in a straight line, a little bit further by road, about 4.5. If you were to drive or cycle or otherwise take a road there. And he's listening on the little known but very effective web interface that's actually built into the hub of the server on this end. Kimberly's got one on her end, but I've set mine up as a listen-only station that you can point to with a web browser. I haven't even given myself transmit access on it yet. I must do that one day. But, Pete's having a good listen. And quite impressed with our technology. Yeah, I'm coming in on D-Star today, giving that a good exercise, and yeah, when I turn on the All-Star radio, I can hear it sounds good coming into the network, so that's all good. What else? As I said, getting ready for Friday. Yeah, haven't done anything radio-wise here. I have to work out how I'm going to put some antennas up for local use and HS. Just need to get the right sort of mechanically minded head over here to have a look and work out how best to go about such things. And yeah, other than that, it's all been track work, training. Competition started a few weeks ago. Had a fairly big day yesterday with 100, a 200 and a 400. Well, the 200 was part of a relay, 4x200 relay. And did a shot put and triple jump to round out the day. So, yeah, a fairly on the track yesterday. And today was a bit of gentle cycling just to do one or two things, but nothing difficult, just a bit of time on the old bike, or the new bike, I should say. Anyway, yeah, so it sounds like all the links are working. Everyone's sounding really good here, whatever mode they're using. As I said, I'm on D-Star, and the tweak to D-Star has made a big improvement. KJ7 OMO, the group BK3J2.
VK3JED KJ7 OMO returning. Solid copy there, sounding really good. Yeah, I could see Pete on my reflector actually. Yeah, I know. I have to fix the SSL certificate on it so that you know, the warning for an invalid certificate won't show up on the browser anymore. No worries, I'll get around to that eventually. But yeah, you're sounding pretty good, and yeah, I do hope that Pete gets over whatever infection that's affecting him. Alrighty, we're gonna toss it over to VK5ZSH now, KJ7 OMO.
KJ7 OMO, VK5 ZSH in the Pride Net there. Not sure whether we had new people come in, but anyway, greetings. Yeah, just to cap on the new stuff, yeah, it'll be starting thereabouts 8:30 UTC Friday, and go through till say 10:30 UTC Friday there with this presentation. Tony won't be talking that long, of course, unless he's going to have a camelback or something like that there to keep hydrated. But yeah, so that will be happening, and it will be happening over this network there, thanks to Tony and everyone else that has put their time in to making it what it is. Yeah, what else I could add to that? Not much. So yeah, anyway, it's basically going to be about, the talk's going to be basically about digital stuff from its inception here in VK in about the 1990s with IRLP, etc., through to our present time, and running multi-mode networks, etc. And yeah, outside of that, I've just been getting the hardware ready there, basically to demo to people, to show them what's involved with setting stuff up at their homes. And the link dropped.
No, it didn't.
still there by any chance?
Yes you are. Yes you are. You're still there. Continue.
Oh, that's all right, because I just noticed everything flicker off here. The hotspot that I'm actually that's set up as a mini repeater, I'm actually watching its LEDs to know when I've made it into the 3DMR network there, so I know pretty much a cue of when to start talking. Hi. Yeah, that's what's going to be happening there, so hopefully it'll be a good evening to be had by all. And yeah, thanks for the stickers there too, Ray. Hopefully they might arrive here by Friday, which will be good because then I'll be able to hand out some this coming Friday, depending on, well, I know a couple of people that'll be there, wouldn't mind some stickers, etc. But yeah, whether a couple other people I know in the Pride Network, Pride group there, show up or not there. All right, I'll put it back to you there, Kimberly. KJ7 IMO, VK5 ZSH in the group.
VK5 ZSH, KJ7 OMO returning. Yeah, copy that. Yeah, thanks again, Rach, for those stickers, and yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna receive a massive load of them, so I'll be able to distribute those around to the US folks. Alright, coming up next is KC8 GTX KJ7 OMO. You're back in the spotlight now.
Thank you, Kimberly. I just got done looking at your QRZ page, and I got some ideas for self-antenna. I like you using a old cable line off of a telephone pole, and I have a couple of telephone poles that are near my apartment, so I'm thinking about sneakily getting up there. I'll wear a hard hat and a yellow construction vest, so I'll look like I'm a worker. But I think I'm going to run an old TV antenna wire and come up with a sloper there and try to tie that into my second floor window and have a stealth outdoor antenna instead of being wrapped around my ceiling, high. Enjoying the net, and they do a good job of keeping things light and lively, so it is appreciated, and I will be sending you my QSL card. This is KC8 GTX, Michael, back to Net Control.
KC8 GTX KJ7 OMO returning. Yeah, copy that. Well, my antenna is not exactly stealth, but hey, it's a free antenna. It's an old wire that hasn't been used in more than 20 years, so I figured, why not? I'll load that sucker up and make it into an antenna. And it works quite well, surprisingly. But yeah, I'll keep an eye out on the QSL for the QSL card, and I'll be sure you get one of mine as soon as I receive yours. Alrighty, we're gonna send it right back to KC3 VIU KJ7 OMO. Go ahead and take it.
This is KC3 VIU. Yeah, I appreciate the healing energy. I certainly could use it. I don't mind talking about it so much, but I have that it wasn't. It used UTI, but it was very similar. Just say there was an awful lot of blood and over the course of a couple days and stuff, and the pain was excruciating every time. I just, yeah, so even the memory of it is just awful, but I still have to go to the specialist. Sorry, my voice is all kind of messed up right now, so I'm gonna stand down from transmitting then, just kind of listen to the rest of the group. I think I'm also getting kind of tired. Sorry I'm not more vocal this week, but that's just, I guess, what it is. So, thank you for running the net, and back to you. This is KC3VAU, back to KJ7, Lamelo.
Alright, KC3VIU, KJ7, OMO returning. Yeah, do feel better soon, and get yourself plenty of rest there. You're gonna need it. I'll go ahead and check you out. 3373 and all the numbers to you, and hopefully you'll be feeling much better the next time we have the net. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and move things along. WB0VHF KJ7OMO, you're back in the hot seat. Oh my goodness.
It'll be nice if it were warmer here, that's for sure, but yeah, no homeowners association here. Unfortunately, I don't have to deal with that. Unfortunately, I claim that the city has a wonderful white picket fence committee. They've got a lot of urban rules here, so it'll be interesting to see how I fight through that. And one of the things that I'm probably going to have to talk to them about is just getting a variance, because I think they allow for antennas, but anything more than 15 feet above your structure isn't allowed without a variance. Well, I've got a 18-foot vertical for VHF, UHF. I've got a 8-foot quad pod. I'll have a few feet of mast in there to separate the vertical from the Yagi for HF. And yeah, it's going to be fun here to fight City Hall for a while. Fortunately, there's a couple of local hams that are lawyers. They haven't been volunteer counsel for the league, but they have worked for the league, and they're quite familiar with all the ins and outs and the available resources there. So I'll have ways to go to, get some assistance if I need it. It varies at the city who's running things. Years ago, somebody told me that somebody had their antenna. They finally got their permit for the tower, and the guy came over and instructed and said, the inspector said, I understand if you water these, they grow some. He had already had a limit of what the city would have, but here's the inspector saying, lift it up a little bit more if you want. So it all depends on who you get. We'll see how it all works out. We'll get something up for the winter temporarily here, and try to tackle this in the spring. Since winter, that season is coming soon, and I don't want to be trying to work things on the roof with the heavier covering up there of stuff that's going to happen in a few months. So anyway, swinging back airway for this round, WB0 VHF.
WB0 VHF KJ7 OMO returning. Huge plot twist. Big plot twist. The entire city itself is one great big HOA. Hi. Yeah, hopefully you'll be able to get all that nonsense sorted, and it's good to know that you've got some hams over there that are also some lawyers. So yeah, I'm pretty sure they'll eventually let you have your antennas. But in the meantime, I suppose you could string up a stealthy wire or something and use that, just so that you can get on the air. Alrighty. Let's see if Alpha Bravo 9 Uniform Zulu is able to talk. Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar.
No, it didn't transmit. Can you push me back a couple of, come back, that'd be appreciated. 59 years.
Alright, not a problem. We'll delay or check in. Alright, folks, we're at the bottom of the list, so let's see if we can take a peek out there in Radioland and find out if anybody else is out there. If you'd like to check into the Worldwide Pride Net, also known as the Pride Radio Group Net, all I need from you are your call signs slowly, twice, and phonetically, and you're welcome to share your pronouns if you like. This is Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar, Mike Oscar, standing by for any additional check-ins to the net. Alrighty, do we have anybody else out there wishing to check in to the net before we kick it back up to the top? Please come now with your call signs slowly, twice, and phonetically. Alrighty, folks, as a reminder, if you are not able to check in via voice, you are welcome to check in via NetLogger. You can check in via the YouTube live stream. You can also check in via Discord, via Mastodon. You're welcome to use WinLink to check in. You are also welcome to check in via email. My email is kj7omo@gmail.com. Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar @gmail.com. My Mastodon handle is @KJ7OMO @mastodon.radio @Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar @mastodon.radio. If you know me via my private social media links, you're welcome to check in via that as well. And if you don't yet have your ham radio license, I strongly urge you to study for the license and do the exams, pass your exams, get your tickets so that you get join in on all the fun that amateur radio has to offer. With that out of the way, we'll toss it right back to Victor Kilo 2 Golf Papa uniform. This is Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar. I'm not hearing VK2 GPU. Let's try that again. VK2 GPU, KJ7 OMO.
Sorry about that, KJ7 OMO. I was a little bit distracted, and you were a little bit broken up for me. I saw that the stickers have now been subdivided into packs, so now it's everyone can distribute, or if I'm going to give some more modest packs of about 30 to a handful of people and then go from there and see how things go, because I figured I'd end up having to do a run of this. Might have to, yeah, I'll have to come up with some other designs as well. For now, back to net control. This is DK2.
Okay, yeah, Ray, it sounds like you are having a lot of connection dropouts there, so I was not able to get a lot of that, but I did hear something about the stickers being divided up, so that's pretty much all I heard. Yeah, you might need to come into the network via a different connection method, because it looks like your current method is not working very well. Alrighty, we're gonna... Oh, looks like Ray wishes to be checked out. Not a problem. We'll go ahead and check you out. 3373 and all the numbers, and thanks for joining in. Alright, VK... Yes, I can see your chats on Discord. Hi. Alright, VK3JEDKJ7OMO. Go ahead and take it.
Yeah, okay, and getting through. Just always check now to make sure I'm getting through the network. Yeah, sorry to hear that, Radio. I had a problem after she talked about the stickers, and yeah, I might want a few too. Actually, got somewhere to put one on the side there.
Okay then, Tony, your audio started garbling up really badly. We'll put it back to you to try again.
Dale's 3 DMR as well, and Dale's been doing all right, so not quite sure what's going on. Yeah, everything here's been pretty good, except for that last over from Ray's the only one that's been real problematic. So that looks like her end. Yeah, the old antenna thing, I said I've got to get mine sorted out too. At the moment, I'm pretty much cut off from the locals. The main repeater I can't access from here on the HT. I could at the other house, but not here. And yeah, the UHF repeater has a bit less activity. Could have linked it into a mix, of course, but yeah. Anyway, when I can get mine up, yeah, that'll I'm a presence at that time of day. I might put it on M17. Gear to use M17 for it then too. Yeah, got a few things when I put it back on here. And what happened to Pete? He was typing and then nothing came through, and then he disappeared. Maybe he fell asleep, trying to sleep off this cold. Yeah, he was quite impressed with the technology and the net and all our systems. Certainly, and all these modern
Well, I got a meeting to
with a bit on M17. So yeah, hope to be on M17 next week, but I will have to watch my time because I've got a compulsory training session afternoon, and got to make sure I'm ready for that. Requirement to make sure that so yeah, that's compulsory unless we've got a really good reason at this stage. There. A lot coming up, as I said. Dale's the South Australian talk in 5 days, and then 3 weeks today is the Rosebud Radio Fest. That one will be recorded, it won't be live, the Rosebud, and I will post a link when the recording's available, because there's a few people that'll want to see that. probably a few from Pride, but also the M17 groups as well. So
VK3JEDKJ7OMO returning. Yeah, your transmission was badly broken up. You were garbling every now and then. It was pretty. It was a very rough copy. You sound like you're a bit far away from your D-Star node. Not sure what's going on there. Either that or connection issues. But there's been a lot of packet losses on your transmission there. But yeah, I did got somewhat of the gist of it, and yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing the, hearing the recording of the of that event. All right, let's keep things moving along. VK5 ZSH KJ7OMO, go ahead and take it.
KJ7IMO, VK5, ZSH in the PrideNet, returning. Well, first off, yeah, you were very, very, very garbled there, Tony. And no, I'm not on free DMR. I'm on All-Star. Yeah, All-Star Link. Yeah, that's it, ASL. I'm on that at the moment. And that's just purely because I can do 50 milliwatts and I don't have to watch everything that's going on there. Because free DMR, well, my handheld, sometimes doesn't want to always handshake properly with the hotspot, and it's a known issue with Anytone with that issue there that doesn't want to cooperate. What else? Yeah, the talk for this coming Friday is going to be recorded. I've been told that, but yeah, it's going to be recorded. I think from within Zoom. Zoom's, I think, it's got a recording thing. I've noticed it come up every so often that host has started recording. So I'm going to do my best to try and get a copy of that there. That is for sure. What else has been happening? Not a lot here at the moment. I'm finally awake. Beard's gone all fluffy, because I had a shower just before the net. I can see actually on one of my handhelds here that free DMR is flickering on and off there. So maybe there is an issue in the network there somewhere. Because it actually sounded like a gremlin was actually trying to double with Tony there. Hi. It was actually rather comical because I could swear I could hear someone there in amongst the garble that didn't sound like Tony there. But anyway, I'll put it back to you there, Kimberly KJ7IMO VK5 ZSH.
VK5 ZSH KJ7OMO returning. Well, somebody must have fed those little gremlins after midnight, because they're wreaking all sorts of havoc on the network at the moment. People need to stop feeding those little boogers after midnight and before dawn, because that's when the gremlins really start acting up. I need to watch that movie again one of these days. I haven't seen it in years. But yeah, we'll just chalk it up to a gremlin trying to double with Tony there. Well, he did mention that his battery was going flat, so that's probably why he couldn't. That's probably why he was having trouble. Anyways, KC8 Golf Tango X-Ray, you are back on the hot seat. KJ7OMO, cranking up the temperature on the hot seat.
Well, thank you, Kimberly. It's PCA GTS Michael back in the group. Appreciate you running the net this evening, and I'm going to say 73s, and I'll start probably being a regular check-in. So thank you for the net. It's one of the nicer, more relaxing nets participating in. Just kind of sit back and relax and listen. So I really appreciate it, and thank you for running and organizing that. So this will be my final, and I'm going to say 73. KJ7 OMO, KCA GTX 73 and QRP.
Alright, KC8 GTX KJ7 OMO returning. Alright, well, thank you for that. Thank you for stopping by. And, yeah, we tend to do things differently around here. Most of the nets are, I don't know, I don't know how to explain it, but I don't know. Not very enjoyable, but this one it's different. We're laid back, we just shoot the breeze, and, you know, we have fun here. Alright, well, we look forward to hearing you on the next net, 7-3, and, again, thank you for stopping by. Alright, we're gonna put, WB0 VHF back in the, very hot seat that is ever getting hotter and hotter and hotter as time goes on. WB0 VHF KJ7 OMO.
Well, I don't know about that. I'm starting to feel a little bit more chilled as the night goes on here. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what else to cover on this. I think I got to go out and take a look at Discord. I had dropped a note for Ray on the stickers there, and I think the fact that I've got a red blip on that tab says that there's maybe a reply waiting for that. On a non-ham related but technical related item, I'm not sure if anybody here is aware of FranLab. She's got a 24-hour Franathon going this weekend. I've got that. It's muted right now, but I'm kind of watching what I can and following the chat on that. It's a really fun little thing she's got going there. She's not a ham, like I said, but certainly technical on a lot of things and very, very good take on a bunch of stuff. So that's out on YouTube for those that might be interested. And got some other folks out there too. It's an interesting collection of followers that she's got. With that, we'll send her back and see what I can come up with for the next round. WB0 VHF.
WB0 VHF KJ7 OMO returning. Alright, that sounds really good. Yes, I've heard of FranLab. I am subscribed. Love her content. And, yeah, some of us need to be need to try and convince her to, you know, get her ham radio license. Because, yeah, she would definitely make a really good part of the, of this net. But, yeah, we need to try and, you know, assimilate her to the hobby. With the, you will be assimilated, resistance is futile kind of thing. Alright, let's, check back in with, Alpha Bravo 9 Uniform Zulu to see if it's safe for her to be on the air. Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar.
KJ7OMO in the group, 89UZ. Yeah, I'm actually taking a break to munch on some food here. But, yeah, in amateur radio stuff, it's kind of amateur radio adjacent. Last night, or 2 nights ago, I came up with a thought for, like, a weatherproof box that has a whole bunch of single board computers, like Raspberry Pis and SDRs, SDR dongles in there, and just throw up a bunch of antennas, have a GPS hat or a module for Stratum one-time server and location data for like UDFC and APRS, and have a whole bunch of SIGINT capability and amateur radio capability. In the event of, just to have it around, you could either throw a weather station into it, or you could, you could throw it in the back of a car, like in a trunk, and when you need it, you can just, deploy it out, whatever. I was thinking, like, ADSB, AIS, some HF and VHF and UHF capabilities. Obviously, like I said, a Stratum one-time NTP server, and then location data for APRS. And yeah, I've just kind of been working this out, trying to figure out how to make it work. Maybe some integration with chart plotters like OpenCPM for maritime use, that sort of thing. So I was just kind of trying to work it out in my head. I was poking at signals everywhere to see if any of the people there attempted some of the objectives of this box. So, but yeah, I'm just kind of trying to work it out to see if there's something that can be standardized, that you just have this ready to go and you can just deploy it on a location and you've got all this information, and with sensitive enough, with enough data coming in on a GPS sensor, like if it's wide area augmentation system enabled, you could get it down to a level where you could do multilateration and that sort of thing. I'm also kind of trying to get capabilities for forward deployed areas where you can just swarm these in the area and get yourself triangulation on signals that are coming in, so you can get locations as well as the data. So anyway, that's it. 89 easy.
Alrighty, AB9UZKJ7OMO returning. Yeah, that sounds really awesome. Awesome. I do have the a little air quality monitor thing and another hot air weather balloon thing that Ray sent me a while back, and I haven't done anything with those yet. But I do want to get the air quality monitoring kit up and running so I could have it inside my house, and I do want to modify the weather balloon thingamajig so that it could at least be the start of an outdoor weather station, because I'm wanting to get a weather station going here, for my local area here, for my home here, so that I'll have some temperature readings at my area. But yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun little projects there. All right, we're at the bottom of the list, so woo, gotta clear my throat again. Let's see if we have any additional check-ins to the net. Anyone, anywhere, if you'd like to check into the worldwide Pride Net, also known as the Pride Radio Group Net, all I need are your call signs slowly, twice, and phonetically. And you may give your pronouns if you like. This is Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar, standing by for additional check-ins. do we have any additional check-in? What the heck? Do we have any additional check-ins to the net before we kick it back up to the top? This is Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar, standing by. Alright, hearing nothing. Back to VK3JEDKJ7OMO. Hopefully you've got a fresh battery in that radio.
Yeah, I do. And I've just switched modes to All-Star, so going in on analog now, and on All-Star. I don't know if Pete's still listening, but he might notice the difference if he is. And the path's a bit shorter. It's only about 3 or 4 feet to the Shari, as opposed to D-Star being down the other end of the house. But yeah, the battery went flat. I suspect the power was dropping off, and not quite enough to properly open up the D-Star hotspot. So yeah, and what did I say last time around? Yeah, just sort of recapping some of the upcoming with Friday for Dale's club, Friday night, our time. And yeah, that's apparently being recorded, so I'm sure Dale will give out links when that's done. The Rosebud Radio Fest is in 3 weeks. I'm doing an M17 talk down there. That one I know will be recorded, and I'll pass the link to the recording when it becomes available. It won't be live streamed, but it will be recorded. A lot of people last year wanted to catch up, so this year they're making sure they're recording all the sessions. Also means I'll be able to catch up on some of the others that I didn't really get to see while I was preparing, which will, there's some good ones this year too. And certainly I've got a spot lined up for a sticker on the laptop. That'll probably be installed before I go down to Rosebud. And looking at Hamfest down the track. But next week you'll probably hear me on M17 starting to test some hardware that will be Rosebud. I'm hoping to have at least 3 different methods up and running by then. Could be more. Should be at least 2 at a minimum. I've got one already working, and another one just needs a cable that's arriving on Tuesday. So I should have at least 2 in worst case, and hopefully 3 or 4, depending on what I can get going. I haven't heard where the digi-rigs are, in case Dale's listening, but yeah, the digi-rigs haven't shown up yet, and of course I had no tracking info, so they'll turn up when they turn up, I guess. KJ7OMO with the group VK3JD.
Alright, VK3JEDKJ7OMO returning. Solid copy throughout your entire transmission. Nice, clear audio. Okay, I don't have anything to comment, so over to VK5ZSH from KJ7OMO.
KJ7OMO, VK5ZSH returning. Yep, you were sounding good then, Tony. That's a little annoying on the no tracking details. Maybe bounce DigiRig an email and say, hey, I did a purchase on blah, 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 blah day, and here's the order number, yada, yada, yada. please hand over tracking details, as we would like to know where our gear is, as we can't sit around waiting because we got things to do, basically, and, you know, they're bought for, you know, certain reasons, etc. That's what I'd do there, Tony, because that's a little annoying. Because I know, well, the LCDs for the Module 17s, they're sitting in the eastern states there. The Module 17 boards are very, very, very close to me. I can smell them high. So, yeah, they're literally like down the road, probably 30-minute car drive away. So, yeah, I'm getting a little antsy waiting for them there, high, because, yeah, I want to get a little bit more productive into the M17 stuff, especially being able to do true RF, basically, and, yeah, a friend of mine's going to help me out there as well, so we can annoy the locals with some M17 traffic going out on 2 metres. I'm going to hand him a dongle and set him up with SDR++ that can decode M17. So, and he'll come back to me on straight FM. So, yeah, we'll be sort of cross-moding there a little bit. But hopefully with people hearing the digital noise, they'll be wondering what it is and how to decode it, etc., and maybe get more involved with it that way. Let me take another chunk. So, yeah, there's that with that one. And the other thing that I'm waiting on there too, Tony, is I'm waiting for some gear to come in from Alltronics. Unfortunately, it's got to come in from Victoria because the South Australian Alltronics people don't know how to deal with club purchases for club discount, etc., or they're just too lazy and don't want to deal with it. I don't know. So, yeah, unfortunately, I've got to ring over to Springvale there and put my order in. So I'm waiting on that. So I've got resistors coming for the handhelds. I've got 20 of them, so I only need 2, but yeah, got 18 spare just in case they go twing across the room to the ether of never found components ever again, hi. So yeah, alright, I will pop it back to you there, Kimberley. KJ7 IMO, VK5, ZSH.
Yes, nothing like waking up to the smells of burnt resistors in the morning. Hi. VK5 ZSH KJ7 OMO returning. Not much to say, so we'll toss it straight over to WB0 VHF from KJ7 OMO.
There we go. Somebody else got the carrier in on the machine for a moment. I couldn't pick up the Echolink. Got a packet of stickers coming from Ray. Thank you much if you're listening for all the work you were doing on that. And let's see, trying to figure out what else I was going to say. I had something else and I've lost it now. The wonders of getting old. But we'll see what we have for the next go around here. I think other than what was it? There was something. I can't remember what it was. We'll swing her back quick, and maybe the rounds are going quicker, so maybe I'll be able to retain it, then this next time it won't take so long. WB0 VHF.
Alrighty, WB0 VHF KJ7 OMO returning. Not a problem. It happens to the best of us. AB9UZKJ7 OMO. You're back in the hot seat for another round.
KJ7 OMO in the group. Yeah, the 89UZ. It's funny, my riders are actually out of the vehicle at the moment. They've just going to bring them back to where they were before. Here they come. Anyway, so a little update on me. I got evicted from my apartment. My dad thankfully said I could stay with him while my new apartment is getting ready. That's almost done. I'm going to be moving to Sheboygan. So that's a lot of fun. Yep. Oh yeah, of course. So yeah, just for an update on the situation that you guys knew about before. So anyway, I'm gonna go back to net and drive these ladies back. All right, 89 UZ.
Alrighty, well, sorry to hear about your eviction, but good to know that you've got an alternate place to stay and you've got a new apartment coming your way. And yeah, I definitely heard that unintended third-party traffic. Hi. Alright, we'll drive safely. Alright, folks, we're at the bottom of the list, so let's take a peek at Radioland to see who else is out there wishing to check into the Worldwide Pride Net, also known as the Pride Radio Group Net. All I need are your call signs slowly, twice, and phonetically, and you're welcome to share your pronouns if you like. This is Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar she her, and I'll be standing by for any additional check-ins to the net.
Kilo 8 Victor Sierra Yankee K8 VSI. Kilo 8 Victor Sierra Yankee K8 VSI. Is Victoria, pronouns she or hers.
Could you run that call sign by me again? I think I missed it. All I heard was Kilo 8 Victor Sierra India, but that does not come back. But something doesn't look right with that call sign. Try that again. I may have missed a letter or two.
Eight Victor Sierra Yankee K8VSY. Kilo 8 Victor Sierra Yankee. This is Victoria. Pronouns she her. Thank you.
Here we go. Finally got you down. Kilo 8 Victor Sierra Yankee got you down. Who else is out there wishing to check into the net? This is Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar standing by for additional check-ins. Alrighty, folks, as a reminder, if you're not able to check in via voice, you're welcome to check in via NetLogger, via the YouTube live stream. You can also check in via Discord. You can check in via WinLink. You can also check in via Mastodon. My Mastodon is at KJ7OMO at mastodon.radio. You're also welcome to email me your check-in. My email is KJ7OMO at gmail.com, Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar at gmail.com. If you know my private social media links, you're welcome to check in via that as well. With that out of the way, Kilo 8 Victor Sierra Yankee, Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar, your turn.
Kilo, Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar. Yes, this is my first time checking in, so I'm excited to be on here. It's been an interesting week. I've finally gotten some time to catch up on QSL cards this evening. Had a ton of cards to catch up on. Also, for those, since I'm new, I'm a frequent user of Mastodon.radio, and yeah, so this is Kilo 8 Victor Sierra Yankee, and I also wish I was more active on the Pride Radio group Discord, but hopefully that will change soon. Back to Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar.
Alrighty, well, welcome aboard. We're glad to have you here on the net. And, yeah, you definitely should be a little more active on the Discord. But, yeah, I believe we are following each other on Mastodon as well. Yeah, I have an account on Mastodon.radio, and then I'm also hosting a secondary account on my own server. So, yeah, 2 different Mastodon profiles here. Alright, before we kick it up to the top, was there any other station trying to get into the net? Alrighty, VK3JED, go ahead and take it, KJ7OMO.
And welcome to Victoria. Yeah. You're named after the Queen that's named after, that's our state where I am is named after. So, yeah, it's a name we hear a lot around here since it's the name of the state. But good that you made the net, and you're sounding good over here. Some couple of very, very brief dropouts, but certainly not affecting readability. So TGIS seems to be working well. Yeah, I'm glad we got that link up and running properly, because there are a few TGIS users in the group, and yeah, it's been a long time coming. Yeah, had to use a workaround for that. Couldn't get the main DMR system to accept traffic from TGIS, so I had to set up a secondary bridge, but that's all working. It's been good for a couple of months at least, so yeah, we can enjoy that. And yeah, looking forward to seeing the stickers. Yeah, of course, we've just got Mark's come out, so yeah, you can put him as a third-party sandbagger. Yeah, Kimberley, just for the log. He won't come on and talk, but he's listening. But yeah, you mentioned the Qantas debacle over here, which Dale's lucky he's in Adelaide. Less likely to affect him out there than it is us here in the eastern states. So yeah, we'll just take deliveries when they turn up. But yeah, that all sort of went down, I think, within a day or two of us placing those orders. Qantas's freight management systems just fell over completely, if I recall. It was pretty ugly, and yeah, those with perishables are probably all claiming on their insurance now, since that's all perished. So yeah, not real good. Anyway, probably start to wind down. I think I've run out of things to talk about. But yeah, it's good to get some new listeners on and show off the 21st century version of amateur radio to people who weren't aware that we actually do play with modern digital systems and do things that even the commercial operators don't do, like KJ7OMO with the group VK3JD.
VK3JED, KJ7OMO returning. Yeah, roger that. I've encountered a few people in a virtual world called Second Life who are actually licensed hams, and a few of them did not realize that ham radio was still a thing. They thought that ham radio died many years ago and nobody was doing it, but I proved them wrong. Ham radio is still very much active, very much thriving, and now it's caught up with 21st century technology, and now computers and the internet and ham radio are pretty much all united. And those people were absolutely blown away when I've explained this to them. How these different digital modes, with the different digital modes, and how we integrate our computers with the radios and so on. So, yeah, hopefully they'll get back on the air and make use of their licenses again. Alrighty, VK5 ZSH KJ7OMO, go ahead and take it.
KJ7IMO, VK5, ZSH in the group returning. No problems there, Kimberly. Welcome, Victoria. As JED was saying, named after the Queen there. And believe it or not, we have a suburb here in SA called Elizabeth, which is actually named after the Queen, and the Queen came here to Elizabeth to actually inaugurate it, etc., and cut the bow and what have you. That was way back in the 50s there at some stage. I don't remember when, because, I wasn't even a twinkle in my father's eye then. I think my dad was probably just a twinkle in my grandfather's eye, or grandmother there. So, I don't really have much more to add there. Besides that, Tony, I will endeavour to work on those handhelds as soon as possible. I'm going to test them probably maybe today or tomorrow, because I've got to find my come on, brain work. I've got to find things to do to keep myself occupied for the next 3 days, Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday, because you got to love NBN. They gave me an open date from Friday last week to the 25th this week, saying that a technician will be out to see you. And it's like, I don't like sitting around with, I won't say much more there, but hopefully, they can pull their finger out and make things happen, because I really do want to get back on 80 metres and 40 metres as soon as possible, really. So that will be good there. Hang on, I'll just take another chunk. Going through the process of actually getting the property here connected to fibre internet, so I don't have to put up with this little white box that likes to jack up its RF output when it sees interference, which then affects 80 and 40 metres for me there. unfortunately. But I am going to have a fun time diagnosing this white little box to see what's in it, and then it's going under the rear wheel of the car to be pancaked. So NBN, if you're listening, hi, you're not getting it back. So anyway, I'm going to say cheers at 73 all, have fun. Hopefully catch you all next week. I might be mentally wiped out from Friday night, but we'll see how we go. Back to you there, Kimberley, KJ7IMO, VK5, ZSH, clear but listening.
VK5ZSH, KJ7OMO returning. Yeah, roger that. Well, thank you for hanging out with us, and we shall say 7-3 to you. Looks like folks are starting to wind down here. WB0VHF, KJ7OMO, go ahead and take it.
All right. Well, I remember one of the things I was going to comment on. You were talking about trying to get Fran into getting her ticket, and I think she's talked about that a little bit on a couple of her broadcasts there. She is so busy with all the rest of the stuff she's doing. I don't ever see her doing that. She's got her own interests and things like that. So it certainly would be fun, and since she's not that terribly far from Dayton, at least I don't think so. Maybe it's too far for her to drive. I was going to try to see if I talk her into going over for Hamvention next year or something like that, and having her look around over there and such, but maybe Philly's a little bit too far for that. Anyway, I'm going to hang around another time here. I know things are slowing down a little bit, but I've got plenty of things going on the computer. I'm kind of multitasking here, so. Great running the net there tonight. WB0 VHF.
WB0VHF, KJ7OMO returning. Yeah, not a problem. Well, hopefully she'll one day get on the air, because I would love to have her make an appearance on this net one of these days. But that would be a really fun time for sure. And yeah, looks like we're all starting to wind down. It's excellent, really excellent that traffic is starting to pick back up on the net again. Hopefully we have more consistent traffic, at least throughout our winter season, the Aussie summer season. Alrighty. AB9UZ, KJ7OMO, over to you if it's safe for you to pick up. So I know she's driving.
KJ7OMO in the group, AB9UZ. Yeah, I'm looking at trying to figure out where I'm going to put antennas. I'm sure it's going to have to be one of those put it up, take it down things, because it sounds like it'll be about stuff on the outside, so that'll be fun. But yeah, I would sure love to get more ham radio systems up and running. I really like the thought of doing stuff with more SDRs. You know, Alinco used to make a radio that was SDR capable. It actually had an INQ output. It was the DX SR9T, and I recently looked around to see if I could find any of those, and they're like gone from the market, because apparently after when COVID hit, their supply chain went all screwy, and they can't make the things anymore. The SR8T, the one that doesn't have that INQ output, is actually discontinued, and I can barely find any information on the SR9T. So I figured that if I was going to do an SDR HF radio, then that would have been it. But you know, suddenly it just disappeared. So I don't know. I thought it might be kind of fun to put together an SDR transceiver that's networked so that it, it can be used remotely. So, but I haven't been able to find that radio anymore, which is just really weird. So, the other options for SDR capable radios that do HF and like the SR9T doesn't do VHF UHF, but like the ones that do HF and HF UHF UHF, and you're talking about flex radios, and it's just like yeah, I don't have that kind of budget, at least not right now. Maybe once I get through all the cybersec training, then maybe I will. But until then, I'm trying to figure out how to make things work. So I'll send her back to net. 89UZ.
AB9UZKJ7OMO returning. Yeah, I hear you there on the budget. I still don't have a budget yet for a new HF rigs, and won't have for many years to come. So yeah, I hear you there. Though I'm still open to the idea of someone sponsoring me a new station if anyone's interested. Hi. But it's only a pipe dream. But who knows? Maybe the miracle will happen one of these days. But yeah, hopefully here in the future you'll be able to get yourself sorted with a decent rig. Anyways, Kilo 8 Victor Sierra Yankee, you're up next. Kilo Juliet 7 Oscar Mike Oscar.
Yeah, this is Kilo 8 Victor Sierra Yankee K8VSY. It's great to be on net. Thank you all for the warm welcomes and introductions. As far as everything's going on, I did my first photo activation a few weeks ago, sometime in September, and I'm looking to do that again soon. But got to get through some current life things going on right at the moment. But yeah, as far as like a new ham rig, I am looking forward to eventually upgrading. I still have a 857 Delta that I use, and I got that forever ago, and it seems to work well for like portable activations. But as far as the base rig at home, it'd be nice to have something with a waterfall someday. So we'll see. But it is getting late over here, and unfortunately I have to get up early tomorrow morning, and it sounds like everything's winding down. So thanks for the opportunity to check in. This is Kilo 8 Victor Sierra Yankee back to Kilo Juliet 7 Oscar. Thank you.
Alrighty, Kilo 8 Victor Sierra Yankee, Kilo Juliet 7 Oscar Mike Oscar returning. Alright, well, thank you for checking in, and we're glad to have you aboard. We do look forward to hearing you again on the next Lead Net. In the meantime, 7333 and all the numbers, and we'll catch you next time. Alrighty, we're at the bottom of the list, so do we have any additional check-ins to the net before we continue? This is Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar, standing by for additional check-ins. Alrighty, VK3JED, KJ7OMO, you're back in the hot seat.
I'll see this working yet. Looks like it is, yeah. Okay, Kimberly. Yeah, I think I'm pretty much done for this week, and hopefully I'll get on the next week and have at least a quick chat. Probably won't stay as long because I will have this work training Sunday afternoon next week that I want to make sure I'm ready for. Yeah, good to hear you, and hopefully things will keep going reasonably okay over there. I have found a clue to the mystery of the laptop why occasionally after a week or two it reboots. Appears to be a dodgy driver. I don't know which one yet, but it's got a power state error that causes a blue screen of death, which nowadays has a little sad face on it. Yeah, emojis are everywhere. Anyway, so 7.3, and yeah, got a few things to do, so I'll get on and do them. I'll listen for a little bit, but yeah, we'll catch you next week, and I'll be on Discord a bit later. I'll catch up with any Discord traffic once I've got one or two other things out the way. KJ7OMO with the group BK3JD.
Alrighty, VK3JED KJ7OMO returning. Alright, well, thanks for hanging out with us as always, and I shall say 7-3 to you, and we look forward to hearing you on the next one, and good luck with your work-related, training-related activities. Okay, yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and wind things down myself, because, yeah, I got some gaming buddies here that are waiting for me to hop on with them. They want to play some Grand Theft Auto 5 with me. Alright, WB0VHF KJ7OMO. Go ahead and take it.
All right, well, we'll let you wind things down. One question for you. Have you thought about making it to Hamvention yourself one of these years? Might be something in it for you if you were to get there. Type of deal, seeing as I've got way too much radio gear hanging around here. But just a thought. Other than that, thanks for running that, and I'm hoping to be a semi-regular here for a little while on the Saturday Night Nets. KJ7OMO, 7333, WB0VHF.
WB0VHF KJ7OMO returning. I wish I could make it over there, but unfortunately I don't have the money to do it. I don't have the transportation to do it. And yeah, I just don't have the means of doing so, so I'm gonna have to skip on it. Anyways, but I do, yeah, anyways, I do hope that one of these days I could make it, but it's more than likely not going to be anytime soon due to my circumstances. Anyways, 3373 and all the numbers, and thank you for stopping by, and hope that you'll be regular here, and we look forward to hearing you again on the next net. Alpha Bravo 9, Uniform Zulu, Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar like Oscar, over to you.
KJ7OMO in the group, 89UZ. Yeah, you know, it's funny, I was just saying in chat, you know, I do have a couple of radios that are just kind of collecting dust. If I can dig it out, I have an ST757GX that I bought back in 2003. I tested it out back then and it worked. I tried to power it up several years ago and it wouldn't power up, and I suspect that it's a fuse, an internal fuse in there. I just haven't had time to troubleshoot it. But yeah, that old boat anchor has been sitting in storage for pretty much 20 years. Like, I don't know. It's not doing me any good. You know, if I can find it and test it, see if that's what's wrong with it, I could ship it out to you. But yeah, I just have to remember where the heck I put it. But yeah, I don't know. My dad seems to be getting cold feet on giving the boat over to me. And I'm like, all right, well, the FC-100 was going to go in there, and that's sitting on the comm station on the boat. I don't know. Blah. Yeah, I'm trying to do a lot of stuff with interconnected amateur radio, particularly doing stuff like SDRs. I've been kind of out my ideas on SIGINT, swarmed SIGINT stations, using beamforming with time index on the recorded transmission. And it's I don't know. I just kind of been fleshing it out in my head and seeing where that leads. It's an interesting thought. So, aside from that, I'm just trying to survive. Yeah, it's been wild. If not for my dad, I would actually be on the street right now, and that's like a really cold feeling, especially as it's about 6 or 7 degrees Celsius outside. In a very real sense, it could have been cold. But I signed a lease at a place in Sheboygan, and I'm enrolled with the Veterans Administration's Section 8 system. So that's a good thing. I've got to send some pay stubs in just to make sure that they have my portion sent in, set up correctly. But yeah, I'll be moving to Sheboygan once that's all squared away. So yeah, I'll be right on Lake Michigan again. Actually I'll be right on the Sheboygan River. So yeah, that's lots of fun. Hopefully once I get resettled, I can actually start doing stuff like HF operations again. So yeah, fun, and hopefully I can figure out. I think there's an LDT will allow me to go full 100 watts on digital. I just have to figure out which one it is. I think it's like an AT Pro 2 or something like that. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, it's all down the line. I got to finish my cybersecurity courses and try and start working in cybersecurity before I can really even think of any of that. So, yeah. Well, I will turn it back to that 89U.
AB9UZ KJ7 OMO returning. Well, I definitely appreciate the offer for the radio there, and well, if it's doing nothing for you and you can't solve it, then I'll be happy to try and get the thing fixed somehow. I'm pretty sure I can get that thing up and running. Yeah, I'll go ahead and just coordinate with me on Discord on that, and we'll get something figured out. Anyways, yeah, it's just sad to hear about your situation, and I do hope that things will get much better for you. But I am glad that at least you have a place you could stay in the meantime, so you're not out in the street. Being out in the street in that cold of temperature is not fun. I mean, I grew up homeless. Yes, I started my life homeless, and let me tell you, it was not a good time. I'm telling you, it's not a good time. So, anyhow, thanks for stopping by the net, and we hope to hear you more often on it. We definitely look forward to hearing you on the next net. 3373 and all the numbers, and And, before we shut the net down, do we have any final round of check-ins before we shut this thing down? Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar standing by.
Anything easy additional, I didn't realize it was a farewell round, so 7-3 all, have a good week. Alpha Bravo 9, uniforms are...
Alright, 7-3 and all the numbers 10. We look forward to hearing you again. Any additional final round of check-ins before we shut this net down? Do we have any final comments from previously checked-in stations?
Yeah, I'll do a quick one there, Kimberly. Cheers and 73 all, take care, and yeah, hopefully catch everyone next week or further down the log, as they say. VK5, ZSH going clear of KK7, OMO in the group.
Alrighty, 7-3 to you. Any additional final comments from any station before we shut the net down? Alrighty, folks, that concludes our net for today. Thank you all for participating and bringing fun on the airwaves. I would like to express gratitude to the Waverley Amateur Radio Society in Sydney for allowing us to use their systems to relay this net. Also, special thanks to VK3JED and VK2WAY for their contributions, as well as the entire Pride Radio Group for making this net possible. I now release all frequencies, repeaters, and other systems back to their regular amateur radio use. Thank you once again, and 7-3 to everyone from Kilo Juliet 7 Oscar Mike Oscar. This net is now closed with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 total check-ins, including myself, or 14 check-ins if you include the third-party traffic from Tony. Anyways, 7-3 from Kilo Juliet 7 Oscar Mike Oscar. This net is now closed. Alrighty, YouTube, I'm going to go ahead and end this stream. Thanks for hanging out and listening and all that stuff. Be sure to like, subscribe, ring that bell if you haven't, and we'll see you on the next one. This is 7-3, this is Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar, saying 7-3 to YouTube.